How's everybody doing an eating and rambling video here today? I'm going to be eating some chicken tenders. I was asked about chicken tenders a little while ago. I'll be rambling about all types of stuff. I think the person mentioned like NBA rambling, which I can do a little bit of, but I don't know. I have the little thing called up on my phone. I'm not paying attention to much. I know Portland's record. I think they're 20-22, but I'm not knowing a bunch of other stuff. Let's get started here. I have like 6.5. You get these packages of chicken and they'll have like these random pieces like this or something. I might have overdid it a little bit, but fell right into the sauce. We'll check out that NBA stuff in a minute. This is the small one. Just like a random. I also know Oklahoma City has the best record in the league, but the standings in the NBA right now in the East, you got Detroit at 29-10 leading the way. Boston's followed second, 25-15. 25-16, the Knicks in third. 25-18, Toronto in fourth. 23-18, Orlando in fifth. 2014-19, Cleveland in sixth. Followed by Philadelphia, Miami, Atlanta, and Chicago in the play-in. Those are the playoff teams. The worst teams in the league right now are New Orleans, Sacramento, Washington, and Indiana. Brooklyn's pretty bad too. The West, OKC sits atop number one at the moment, 35-7. San Antonio 28-13 in second. Denver 28-13 in third. 27-15 Minnesota in fourth. 24-15 Houston in fifth. 24-15 the Lakers in sixth, followed by Phoenix, Golden State, Portland, and the Clippers in the play-in. I don't know who's doing what in stats either. Let's take a look at that. In Walmart yesterday and I grabbed it. Well, I'm filming this Saturday. I might put this up on Saturday as well because the Shady video is unfortunately not viewing great at the moment. I'll see how it continues to go, but I got one of those Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron blind boxes. I'm just like, screw it, I'm grabbing one. It's $5. You get like 2 chase, and they tell you the 4 you're most likely going to get on the side. I got a couple of these in Florida as well. I probably showed them. I might have opened them on camera. I don't know. This was like 3 years ago, but I ended up getting one of the chase ones. It was Ezra Bridger from he's Rebels, right? Star Wars Rebels. Is that what he's in? So I was like, oh, cool. I have no interest in this character, so I didn't even, I pulled it out of the box, but I didn't take it out of the plastic holder it's in. I'm like, maybe I'll just sell this. It sells for like $20, $25. I don't even know really why I got one, because the other figures in the set, I don't know what the other chase is, because they kind of like block out the chase ones. You only see like the outline of them. But the 4 you can see, I'm like, I have no interest in these. They're cool little things, those micro galaxy things. But there were a ton of them. They had a decent amount of classified figures at that Walmart. G.I. Joe classified figures too. All right. Luca is leading the league in points in 33-6. I don't know how to say this guy's name. The guy in OKC is really good. Gilgius Alexander is 31-6. Maxey on Philly is 30.3. Jokic is 29.6. And Brown, is that Jaylen Brown on the Celtics, 29.4. Joker's leading the league in assists with 11. Cunningham on Detroit at 9.8. Josh Giddey on Chicago, 9. Luka's there, 8.7. And then, I don't know if it's Josh Johnson or not. 8.1 for the Hawks. 3-pointers made, of course. Curry's averaging 4.6 made a game. Mitchell on Cleveland, Porter Jr. on Brooklyn, Maxey. Is that Lonzo Ball or is it LaMelo? I don't know. I think it's Lonzo. On the home state Hornets. Jokic's leading. He's averaging a triple-double. Joker. 12-2 rebounds. Followed by Carl Anthony Towns, 11-5. Rudy Gobert, 11-4. Duren on Detroit, 10-9. Zubac on the Clippers. Zubac, I don't know. 10-8. Block Czar on the, I was going to call him the Bullets. They haven't been the Bullets in a long time. The Wizards, 2.3 blocks a game. Followed by Huff, Stewart, Mobley, and Holmgren. Kawhi Leonard leading the league in steals at 2.2, tied with C. Wallace on Thunder. Maxey's on there too. He's having a good year, huh? Is he not? No, he's not a rookie, right? Damn, 30 points, 6.7 assists, 4 rebounds, but he's averaging those steals as well. What is he? No, he's been in the league. This is his 6th year. He came in young. He was only 19, I guess. He probably, I guess, would have done a year in college. Like I said, I'm not really following, just kind of Portland. They're 20-22 in the play-in. They are better than they were at this point last year. I'm not even necessarily a fan of the play-in. In the end of the day, it only really affects one team in terms of the top 8 seedings, traditional top 8 seedings, because it's a guarantee one of the 7 or the 8 is making it, because they play each other in that first little game. So the winner goes on, and then the loser gets a second shot. So the winner of the 9-10 has to win 2 games to get into that 8. I assume they added it on to try to boost ratings or something. I don't know. Sometimes it makes sense. Like, this should be like a bi-season thing, right? Like, if the 9 and the 10 are over 500 or at 500, you get back, okay, let's do it. But like Portland's 20 and 22, and the Clippers are behind them with like 19 wins. These teams could have like 35 wins, and it's like, back in the day when there was less teams, those 7 and 8 seeds would have traditionally or normally have like 36, 37 wins. It was like that in hockey for a while too, when they did it. Well, they do it again this way, but 4 in each division make the playoffs, and they play each other. And then the winner of the division plays the other winner of the division, the conference finals. They do that now too. Get them on camera better. They do that now too, except a division can have 5 teams and another one can have 3, depending on the points. So, I mean, in reality, they probably should just go back to the regular. Well, not the regular, because it was originally the other way. But they should go back to the ones, just 1 to 8. 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7. I mean, it produces more consistent rivalries and matchups, I guess. Although the Islanders, even when they make the playoffs, don't end up playing. The Hurricanes, they've played twice recently and lost. They did play Tampa twice to them in the conference finals, or whatever they were calling it, during the 2 weird seasons. They can't beat Tampa in Carolina. Florida, they'll beat in the playoffs. They beat them once. In the 1920 COVID season, they beat them in that preliminary round, and they beat them like 4 or 5 years earlier in the first round. But when it comes to the Hurricanes and the Lightning, just over their history, they can't beat them. I think they're 0-4 against each of them in the playoffs. And oddly enough, they haven't played the Rangers or the Devils in the playoffs in years. The last time the Islanders and the Rangers played in the playoffs was 93-94, and the Rangers destroyed them. Like, destroyed them. Like, it wasn't like a tight 4-game sweep where every 3 games went into overtime or something. No, it was like a 4-game sweep. Just obliteration. I don't even know if they played the Devils in the playoffs. I have to look back. They definitely have not throughout the 90s and until now. They might have played them once in the 80s. I don't know if they did, though. I'm not sure they ever played them during the Cup run in the playoffs. They played the Rangers, I think, a few times during the Cup run. But they've played they've played the Penguins a couple times recently. They lost them in 12-13, which I guess isn't recent, and then they beat them in 18-19 and 20-21. So their traditional rival is obviously the Rangers. And after that, it's like, even in their own division, like maybe you could say the Devils. I'd probably say the Penguins are their second rival in the division. If you're looking at like playoff appearances against each other, like the Rangers, it doesn't matter. They're just the natural rival. They're always going to be little brother to the Rangers, right? Well, they both do have 4 cups. Back when the Islanders, The Islanders were only in the league like 10 years, and they already had 4 cups, which was kind of nuts. And then kind of fell apart from there. They peaked early in their franchise's existence. Hell of a peak, though. The Flyers, too. It's probably Rangers, Flyers, Penguins to be their top 3 divisional rivals if you're doing that. The Devils, I don't know if they ever really considered each other rivals. I don't know. The Devils are more of a rival of the Rangers. And probably the Flyers. And obviously the Penguins and Flyers. Yeah. I started playing, I was talking about what I've been playing. The other day. Video game video, but I started playing some Final Fantasy 1. The Origins one. So it's like I guess you'd call that a remaster. On the PS1, I was playing a little bit of Bringing Back Memories because I played that on the NES originally, and fucking hard. It's pretty hard. It's like, holy shit, I gotta grind a little bit here at the beginning. I gotta get some levels up before I fight Garland out of the gate. Thanks again to everybody who's become a paid member on Patreon. I'm getting stuff up there pretty consistently. I'm going to throw the link down below again. I do that periodically. And I will bring it up periodically. I will not try to shove it down anyone's throats like constantly in videos. I probably should. This is how I don't maximize my potential. But it's been going well. I've been overwhelmed by I think I have 25 paid members. I think 56 total. So there is some free stuff, for the people that just joined for free. I think there's 3 videos right now that are free on there, and a set of pictures that are free. These tenders almost don't have a taste. I don't know if I'm getting sick. Because they usually taste, like these, I've had these in the past, they usually have more of a taste to them. I don't even want to eat the rest of this when I'm full. I probably could have, well, this is about the size of that little one. Do you ever feel bad with food? Where say you get like 6 tenders and you eat 5 and you throw the other one out. And you're like, oh, does it feel lonely inside the garbage? Like it didn't serve its purpose of being eaten. And now it's going to go in the garbage. I should just throw it out in the woods. Something will eat it. Well, the deer won't eat it. Maybe, there are a few cats that wander around here, but they probably would take it. I'm trying to think of what would eat it around here. I think we do have raccoons around here. I have not seen any, but I'm pretty sure they definitely eat it. No, we have like these voles. They look like mice. They're going through, they're terrorizing the front yard. I see little holes. They dig like an inch or 2, I think, under the earth and like eat grass roots and stuff. Squirrels, I don't think would eat them. There's no bears around here that I know of, black bears, but there could be. There certainly could be. There's definitely deer. We've seen them a bunch in the front lawn, the back lawn, hanging out. They hang out in the woods. There's a little wood up there. There's one over there. Then it gets a little further. The woods, when you go back, there's more space, but they hang out all over the place over here. Actually, I'm sorry. I do know there's raccoons because I've seen the roadkill. That's where I would have seen them, unfortunately. But anyway, just a ramble here. If somebody wanted to see chicken tenders. I was going to do it with nuggets, but then I ended up getting tenders, so I waited and held off and just rambling a little bit about the NBA there and some NHL and some other, the usual, whatever comes out of my mouth. It's usually 5 or 6 subjects. But yeah, if you want to check out the Patreon, I'll leave the link in the thing. And thanks for checking this out.